The music thumped so loudly that David Hale could feel it in his chest. Lights flashed across the crowded nightclub, painting faces in red and blue. He didn't belong there, not really, but something told him he had to be. He pushed through the crowd, checking his phone again. 8:47 p.m. His wife, Sophie, had told him she was going out for a girls' night. But when she didn't answer his texts for 3 hours, worry began gnawing at him. He wasn't the jealous type, but something felt wrong. So he called her best friend, Maya. "Hey, Maya, do you know where Sophie is? She said she was with you." There was a pause. "Oh, she left early," Maya said quickly. "Said she wasn't feeling well." But Maya's tone betrayed her. Something was off. That's what brought David here, Club Nova, the last place Sophie's car GPS had pinged. He walked up to the bar, trying to stay calm. The bartender, a middle-aged man with tired eyes and a towel slung over his shoulder, gave him a quick nod. "What can I get you?" David's voice was low but steady. "Actually, I'm looking for someone. My wife, Sophie Hale. Have you seen her?" The bartender froze for a moment. His expression shifted: sympathy, hesitation, guilt. Then he sighed. "Yeah, she just left. Not alone." The words hit like a punch to the gut. David swallowed hard. "With who?" The bartender hesitated, glancing toward the door. "Tall guy. Black jacket. They seemed close." "Close." The word echoed like thunder in his head. David turned toward the door, half expecting to see her still there, laughing, maybe just misunderstanding. But outside, the parking lot was already empty except for a few cars, one of them, unmistakably, Sophie's. His chest tightened as he walked toward it. Her car was still there, but she wasn't. He sat behind the wheel of his own truck, gripping the steering wheel, staring at her car across the lot. Rain began to fall softly, tapping the windshield like distant applause. He waited. 5 minutes. 10. 30. Then, headlights appeared. Sophie's figure emerged from the shadows, laughing softly as she said goodbye to a man. The man leaned in, too close, whispered something in her ear. She smiled. David felt the air leave his lungs. She turned, saw him, and froze. Her smile vanished. He stepped out of his truck, rain soaking his hair, his jacket clinging to his shoulders. For a long moment, they just stood there, staring at each other. "David," she whispered, her voice trembling. "What are you doing here?" He didn't answer right away. "I could ask you the same thing." She looked down, then back up, her eyes darting nervously toward the man who was already walking away. "It's not what it looks like." He let out a hollow laugh. "That's what people always say when it's exactly what it looks like." "Please," she said softly, "just let me explain." "Explain." His voice cracked, not from anger but from exhaustion. "I left work early to surprise you. I thought maybe you were sick, or something had happened. I called Maya, she lied for you. And now I'm standing in a parking lot watching my wife say goodbye to another man." Tears welled in her eyes. "It wasn't supposed to be like this, David." He shook his head slowly. "No, Sophie. It never is." She reached out, but he stepped back. The space between them felt like a canyon that couldn't be crossed anymore. For a moment, the only sound was the rain, soft, steady, relentless. "Who is he?" David asked quietly. She hesitated. "Just someone from work. It started when things between us got distant." He closed his eyes. "Things got distant because I was working extra shifts. For us. So we could pay off the house. So you could have the life you wanted." "I didn't ask for this," she shouted suddenly, her voice breaking. "I just wanted to feel something again. You don't talk anymore, you don't laugh." "I was trying to hold everything together," he interrupted, his voice raw. "But I guess I was holding on alone." Sophie's shoulders sagged. She wiped her tears, realizing there was nothing left to defend. "I'm sorry," she whispered. David looked at her, the woman he once thought he'd grow old with, and saw someone else. Someone he didn't recognize. He nodded slowly. "I know you are. But sorry doesn't fix what's broken when trust dies." He walked to his truck door, then paused. You know what hurts most? I didn't lose you tonight. I think I lost you months ago. I just didn't want to believe it. He got in, started the engine, and drove off, leaving her standing in the rain beside her car, alone, trembling, the laughter from the club fading behind her. Weeks passed. The divorce papers came quietly, like an echo of everything they never said. David moved out of the city, taking a job at a small mechanic shop near the coast. The air was cleaner there, the nights quieter. He started running every morning, cooking for himself, rediscovering who he was before heartbreak defined him. One evening, while closing the shop, the bartender from Club Nova walked in. "Hey," he said with a faint smile. "Didn't expect to see you here." David looked up, surprised. "Small world." The man shrugged. "I heard what happened. For what it's worth, she looked sorry when she left that night." David smiled faintly, not bitterly, just tired. Maybe she was. But sometimes sorry comes after the damage is done. The bartender nodded. "You seem better, though." "I am," David said. "Because I finally realized something." "What's that?" David looked out at the sunset through the shop window, the sky glowing orange and gold. "You can't control who betrays you, but you can control who you become after it." The bartender smiled. "That's a good one." David chuckled softly. "Yeah. Took me a while to learn it." When the man left, David closed the shop and stood outside for a moment, watching the ocean breeze ripple through the quiet town. He took a deep breath, and for the first time in years, it didn't hurt. The pain, the rain, the betrayal, it had all washed away, leaving behind something stronger, peace. And that night, as he locked the door and walked home, he whispered to himself, "Sometimes losing someone is the only way to find yourself again."